Do not wait for the world to tell you who you are. They don't know who you are. Do you know who you are? Because you can't wait for validation from other people or from external factors, your environment. You can't wait for validation to be who you are. All they know is what you present. All they know is who you show up as. And you're going to get feedback on who you're showing up as. If you know that you want to live a particular life, you want to have certain things, you want to possess certain qualities within yourself, you can't wait for the world or other people to tell you what to do, to tell you who you are, to tell you who to be. Like they don't have the answers, right? You know who you are. You might have forgot who you are, but you know who you are. And no one else is going to be able to enforce it the way that you can in your life. I feel like that's one thing that I might have, it might have been a thing in my life is, trying to figure out who I am. And I know that's not an individual journey. That's not an individual unique thing. I feel like everybody's trying to figure it out. Everybody's trying to get a clue, Blue. Everybody's trying to get a clue and figure out what's the next best step to get to where you're trying to go. The whole point is to have a plan of where you want to go, what you want to do, how you want to go about it. And it's not going to be something life is tricky. So I want to say it's not going to be something that's so simple, but you can make it more simple by you simply choosing. What feels good? What fills you up? What makes you feel amazing? What makes you feel like, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to get up and do this. I'm excited to talk about this. I'm excited to be in this way. And I'm going to make sure I show up that way, because then people are going to be like, oh yeah, you're someone with integrity. You're somebody who loves wrestling because I see you wrestle. You're not just talking about wrestling. You actually wrestle. Like, I can see who you are by how you're showing up. How are you showing up in your life every day? My whole point is I want you to be what you want. Stop wanting what you want. Just be it. You want to get married? Start acting as though what would you do if you were married? What would you do? Like, if you want to be a wife, would you cook for your husband? Yes or no? Do that. Would you, know how to forgive? Do you know how to communicate your feelings, your thoughts? Are you trusting in men? I ain't a man, but figure it out for you. Figure it out for the men. Like, what would you do? Are you a provider? Are you a protector? Are you someone who, can accept differences of opinions, accept differences of perspective, and not get insulted by that, not get threatened by that? Are you able to listen? Like, I feel like those are things to take into account when you are deciding and choosing how you want to live this life. There's so many ways you can go about how you want to live this life. And the way that these circumstances are turning out, they're not determining who you are. How you respond, how you react to these reflection of like how you respond to react to this display of life is creating who you are. You get what I'm saying? Like, these are just things happening, but how are you going to show up in a way where as though you are solidifying the type of person that you are? Are you someone who procrastinates? I hate when people claim to be a procrastinator. You're just choosing that. You not are that. You're choosing that. And I've started to pay attention to my words as well. Like, I don't say I am tired. I'm feeling tired, because this is going to pass. This is not who I am. I am not tired. I'm just feeling tired right now. Like, I am not hungry. I'm feeling hunger. But it's like not claiming emotions as who you are, not claiming temporary things as who you are. Who are you? Who are you once you eat? Like, once you get your Snickers bar, who are you at that point? Like, don't claim to be this temporary experience. Like, you're so much more than that. Even when you're going through things that look horrible, like because this is just our movie screen. The life that you're living is the screen. It is the what is it when you're watching them? It's the setting. This is the setting. You're the character in the setting. How are you going to live your life? Like, when you're watching a movie, sometimes you're yelling at the screen like, girl, don't go down there. Why would you do that? Why would you, like, look at yourself from that perspective? What would you, looking at yourself as an avatar, live like that? Like, if you're watching a movie and you see this person just bedrotting like every day, like, I don't know what type of movie that would be, but you know how it is when you're watching a scene in a movie and they're like down in their dumps and they're in the bed for a little while, but eventually you see them pick themselves back up. Are you picking yourself up? How are you picking yourself up? What are you filling yourself up to remind you that you are up? We don't deserve to be down. Why would you be? You don't deserve to be down. Unless you believe you do. Then you're getting exactly what you deserve. Like, and I felt like a little bit of harshness when I said that. It's not saying that you actually deserve it. It just is based on your beliefs about yourself and what you're claiming to be true about yourself. What is true about you? What is your truth? Don't claim any of that. Like, if you know that you are an attractive person, don't speak any opposite about yourself in any regard. That could be externally or internally. Why would we claim that? And then if it feels contradicting, how can you adjust how you show up to represent that attractive behavior or that attractive quality or trait? The main focus is on self and how you're showing up. You can't control anybody else. You can't control, your mind is very powerful, but you cannot control them. You can, it takes so much focus off of you and what you're doing and what you're creating to focus so much of your brain power on what that person is going to do or not do. You show up as you, show up as yourself, show up authentically, and you can tell by how, like our emotions are not us, but our emotions are like thermometers, if that makes sense. Like, it's like, if you're feeling anxious, that's a warning. If you're feeling hungry, you're not hungry, you just need to fix that. Like, these temporary emotions and these temporary feelings and sensations are just indicators. They're indicators that something need to be done. You feeling bored? You need to go do something. You're not a boring person. You just need to do something to fuel that creativity. Think of The Sims. The Sims, your creativity bar is low, baby. That's all you got to do. You just got to go play the violin. Go dance in the corner by yourself. Call up a friend. Jibba jabba jibba jabba on the phone. That's all you got to do. It seems so simple, but it's complex at the same time, because, you know, being a human, it can be challenging, because we know, and if you don't know, remember that you are more than just this body. You are more than just this physicalness. You are spiritual as well. And those two things can be, you know, challenging to find a balance in. I have been in an aspect of my life where I was leaning way too far into the spiritual. And it's been videos on my page. You can scroll down. I've leaned way more into the physical. I mean, the spiritual, that I forgot about the physical. Like, I know that we're not here just to pay bills and work all our lives, but we still need money. We can't, like, we got to have the balance. Like, you can't neglect the physical with the spiritual. And that has so much to do with how you're feeding the inside of you. How are you feeding, like feeding your spirit? How are you feeding that? That is what's really speaking to you through these physical indications. Are you listening to your body? I saw this video earlier about stress, like taking care of yourself and making sure that you're paying attention when you're feeling stressed. Don't stress more. Don't stress at all. But if you're going to stress, don't stress more or for longer than what's currently happening in front of you. If it's not anything that you can do right now in front of you about it, don't stress about it. Still have it as a focus. Still have it as a thing that needs to be taken care of. But don't stress out so much about it, because once again, you can't control external factors. You can't control them as far as manipulating them. You can influence them by how you show up and what you offer and things like that. But say if you like, okay, I got the best idea, I'm going to offer this to the situation, and it still doesn't turn out how you think it should. You can't control it. Just show up with the qualities that are needed to be introduced into the situation. What are you doing to make sure that you're listening to your body? You're listening to your internal system, guided system, to let you know what is the next best step, what is the next best thing to do to create and be the person that you know you are. But you might see contradicting situations or dynamics on the outside of you, and you're like, hold up, I know I am this type of person. I know I'm a business owner. Why is it not working externally? You just got to tweak how you're showing up. Maybe there's something as far as like confidence, or something as far as knowledge, something as far as, connections, connecting with other people who actually own businesses. And that could be the missing piece right there. If you try to build it by yourself, I seen this movie. I watched this movie. It's on Netflix. Damn, what's the name of it? I can't think of the name of that movie. But anyway, it's like, if you want to get there quick, go by yourself. If you want to go further, go with others. So it's like you might need other people for you to gain that longevity, that have an actual firm foundation, and who knows how it might branch off from there. But that could be a factor. The whole point is pay attention to your internal guidance, your internal guidance, and use this external force as indication of what, like a status update of how you are right now, or what's happening right now internally. Not saying that it's validation or correct of saying who you are. Like, don't take it as this is me, but take it as this is what's happening right now. This is a reflection of what's happening inside of me right now. What am I going to do to make sure that it aligns with who I know I am? Like, the outside world is not the answer. You're the answer, Sway. Tell it what you want. Show up as what you want. What do you want? Be honest with yourself. Write it down. One thing I've started doing was, I like scripting sometimes. I like writing affirmations and things. I wrote down like how I would reply, because I'm manifesting my husband. My man, how would I reply to him? Like, I like you too. I'm so happy I know you. I hope that I make you feel the same way in return. I'm grateful to know you. Like, just anything like that. I can't think of what else I wrote. But basically, I'm writing down things that I would say back to him, and with the inkling in my mind that this is what he has already said to me. So it's like having a conversation with who you are without needing the external validation of who you are, written down, if that makes sense. Oh Lord, I gotta get back to work. This has been a lovely talk. This has been a lovely brain dump on us, on our community, on us. And I know it was helpful. I'm going to see you in the next video because, like I said, I'm going to eat my chicken nuggets and finish out my work day. I'm going to see you on the next video, okay? Okay.